Anointed ones, I hope that this has been a beautiful weekend for you all. So for many of you all that don't feel like you belong in this generation, you sometimes long for a place that you know you weren't there, but you long for it. You long for a much simpler time. You long for a time where humans were actually humans, where humans had heart, where humans had soul, where humans had empathy, where causing pain to another would somehow pull on your consciousness, where seeing the simple things of life would bring you joy. You long for that time, anointed one. You long for a time where things weren't so complicated. You long for a time where humans were less superficial. You long for a time where when someone congratulated you, it was actually from their heart. You long for a time where someone smiled with you and it was just a warm gesture. It was not a mask to their hidden intentions. For a lot of you anointed ones, your soul is so old, your soul is so ancient, and because it is so old, because it is so ancient, it leaves you with this deep sense of longing, a deep sense of longing for the connectiveness. Is that a word? Or it leaves you longing for the connection that you would have with genuine people. For a lot of you guys, it's hard. It's very hard. You often find yourself isolated. You always find yourself as the odd man out, simply because the wavelength that you are on, or the vibration that you are on, it does not match this time. This time is very weird. This time is very alien-like. This time is where humans are more like robots. Humans, yes, are more like robots. Humans don't have feelings any longer. It is the AI that now possesses feelings. It is the AI that now possesses heart. Humans have grown cold. Humans are very stoic. Humans are very, very cold. So for the anointed and the chosen one, I know that you are longing for a time that is so much simpler, a time where people were actually who they said they were. And a man's word was just as good as his bond. A man telling you that he would do something and fulfilling it, or telling you that this is how he is and actually being like that. That was important. A man's word back in those days were important. A man's character in those days were important. And that was the man. Now, everything is just so loose. Everything is just so inhumane. And for those of you that are from a different time, from those of you that have been here placed on earth to be a lighthouse, this is where it becomes a little bit difficult, because amidst all of this darkness, God is still calling you to be the lighthouse. Amidst all of this darkness, God is still calling you to be different. And how can you be different if you're not surrounded by darkness? How could you illuminate the path if you are not surrounded by darkness? So it comes with the territory. It comes with the assignment placed on your life. It will leave you isolated, and it will leave you in a sense of longing. And when you are longing for, or when you get that deep sense of nostalgia, when you get that deep sense of longing for a time that you knew it existed somewhere, but it's just not here. When you get that feeling, that's when you have to go inward. That is when you draw for that light that is on the inside of you, and you know that God has placed you amongst darkness to be the light. You were called for this time. You were called for this generation. Even though you don't belong, you were still called to it to make a difference. You were called to this generation to shine light on love, to shine light on compassion, to shine light on empathy. And because of that, it will make you feel or make you seem like the odd man out. But this is the plan of God. It is so that you can bring glory unto his name. Others will see you. Yes, you'll stick out like a sore thumb anywhere you go. Yes, you'll always be recognized in a room. But it is because the Lord is using you to bring glory unto his name. So when you get into that deep sense of nostalgia, just know that that is because your soul's mission or your soul's calling is to bring light. It is to make people remember. That is your job, to make them remember. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.